scammed by APMEX. Hey YouTube, still keeping one here, and I have a video today that I did my very best not to make. I gave APMEX many chances to make it right, but they have chose not to, so I have to let people become aware of the situation I have with them. Before I get started, I'm going to read you something from APMEX's FAQ, their FAQ, their frequently asked questions section. The question is my package insured while in transit? American Precious Metals Exchange fully insures all of its shipments. Should anything happen while your package is in transit to you, it will be covered by our insurance policy. However, we will not accept responsibility if you have left instructions with any carriers or delivery service to leave parcels unattended for you without the need for a signature. Or you have given them instructions to leave your package with someone else, such as a building manager, neighbor, drop-off location, such as mailboxes, etc., the UPS store. When we ship to you, if metals are lost or damaged in transit, it is our responsibility to pursue any claim with the insurance company. If we determine the package is lost or damaged, we file a claim. We reserve the right to reship your items or refund your money at our discretion. So, when you purchase something from APMEX, APMEX.com, regardless of if you pay shipping cost or not, because your order is over $100 or whatever the threshold is, you are purchasing shipping and insurance. It's not given to you for free. You are paying for it. It's part of the money you're giving them. So, what happened with me is I ordered it's almost $1,000 order. I think it was $990, somewhere in there, between $990 and $1,000. And I paid with a check, and I waited the time that it takes, and my shipment came supposedly from USPS, the Postal Service. And you may or may not know, but most silver and gold items, most bullion, is not insurable through the United States Postal Service unless you pay for and use registered mail. And most people don't do that. So even if you make a order or a package, even if you send one out yourself, if it says so and so amount of dollars is covered by insurance, it's not covered if it's not insured mail, if it's silver or gold bullion. So I made this order. I waited 3 weeks for it to come. I had received about 3 other orders the same week from different precious metal dealers. And at this point, I'm going to say I received at least 60 orders in the prior months. I was going at it really hard. And I never had a problem up to this one and even after this one with receiving an order. Now, I've received over 100 orders in the mail. And this is the only one I've ever had a problem with from this or any other dealer. So it was a Saturday. I had received about 3 orders that week already in various days. I had a substitute postal carrier, I guess, that week. So Saturday comes around. I wasn't able to make it home. So I knew that my package wasn't going to get delivered because it was signature confirmation on that package. So I knew I wouldn't be able to sign for it. So I didn't worry about it. So I checked the tracking later that day, that Saturday, and it said my package had been delivered and it was signed by me. It said my name was on there. So I didn't even think twice about it. I thought maybe my mail carrier signed for it and left it for me in out of sight, or just planned to deliver it on Monday, because they've actually done that before, but it was a substitute one this time. So when I got home on that Saturday, there was no package there. So I thought it would just be delivered on Monday. So I did not think twice about it. Monday came along, had my regular mail carrier back, and she did not have my package, and she also said she wasn't working that Saturday. So I go to the website again and print out the signature confirmation, and it is my name on there, and it's signed by someone. And if you ever had to sign for a USPS package, you know that there's a line for your name at the top, and then there's a line for you to sign, and then the mail carrier fills out the rest of the information, the time, the date, your address, and all that. Well, you could clearly see that the same person wrote everything. The mail carrier forged my name and signed under that, and it's all in her handwriting. Very easy to see, and I'm no expert. So I call down to the post office to see, what's going on with my package, and they tell me that, it says here your package was delivered. And I said, well, I didn't receive my package, and they said, okay, we'll check on it. And immediately, some woman from the back of the post office comes out talking with an attitude, saying, I know you're not going to say you didn't receive your package, right? And I said, I didn't receive my package, and I wasn't home that day to receive it. And I believe that the mail carrier forged my signature because no one was at home to sign. And even if they were, they wouldn't have signed my name. They would sign their own name. So after all that foolery at the post office, I call APMEX and I want to file a claim. So I tell them the whole entire story that I just told you up to this point. And then, you know what they tell me? They did not allow me to file a claim and then to get denied. They refused to allow me to file a claim because on the delivery confirmation, it says signed and delivered. Now, I understand that it has to go through a certain process, but how can that process begin if I am not allowed to file a claim? And whatever in-house insurance company they use, it never gets to them. It never gets to them. So I go and make a claim with the post office, and it goes through the channels, and it finally gets to a certain special agent within the post office from the Postmaster General's office. So I tell him the story, I tell him everything. I decide myself to go get the copy of the delivery confirmation, which you can print out from online. I decide to have a handwriting analysis done on that myself outside of any other claim or anything the post office or APMEX is doing. So it comes back that all of the handwriting on the signature confirmation is from the same person. That's about how detailed it gets. The same person wrote my name, signed my name, filled out my address, and all that other pertinent information. So the Postmaster General Special Agent does his investigation, and it turns out that the mail carrier has taken multiple packages among her routes, and that she was fired. She was let go. And then the special agent is telling me this, and he's asking me if it's okay that if he gets a written confession from her, if she can not be prosecuted. He asked me if that was okay. He said, okay, if she admits to it, we know she took the packages because she's covering these routes, and then the time she's covering them, they're coming up missing. We know she did it. She has not confessed to it, but would it be okay with you if we allow her to not be prosecuted if she confesses? And I say, okay, that's fine. I just want my package, and she's fired. She's not going to be taking anybody else's package. So I said, okay, that's fine. So then I call APMEX and tell them everything that I just now learned. And this is about 3 weeks later. And the APMEX person had a very glaring attitude with me. First, she said, well, why are you just telling us now? And I tell her, this is because I just heard about this 20 minutes ago. She's thinking because so much time has went by that I should have told them something earlier, but I didn't have anything to tell them before. And I said, so I would like to file a claim. And she said, okay, well, we'll look into it. And we'll let you know if we come up with anything. And I said, don't you want to know the special agent's name? Because up to that point, they didn't even know there was any investigation. And I said, don't you want to know any information, his phone number, his email address, his name? And she says, oh, yeah, okay, go ahead. You can give me that. Like it was an afterthought. So more time goes by. I get contacted by the special agent. The special agent was telling me that there's only $50 insurance on the package from the post office. And without her confessing, that's all that they can cover, even though we know that she took this as well as more than a dozen other packages. And he also said that, you know, we looked at APMEX's insurance policy and we think you should have them pay for it. So I called APMEX again and told them the same thing. And they told me, well, it's their employee, so they should pay for it. And both of these places, Postmaster General's office and APMEX, are going back and forth about who should pay for this package. And to me, it really doesn't matter who pays for it as long as I get my money or my package. So I did pay for insurance with APMEX, and they're telling me to deal with the post office instead of allowing me to file a claim to have my package covered, which I believe is fully their responsibility to pay. Because I didn't purchase any insurance with the post office. I did it with APMEX. And if they want to go after the post office after they've paid my claim, then that's fine. But it is their responsibility, first and foremost, to pay for this. And the reason I'm sure the person knew what was in the package was probably because of the return address. She's probably familiar with it. It was a she. She's probably familiar with it. She obviously is in the practice of stealing packages and forging names, but both the post office and APMEX had terrible attitudes, and I cannot allow APMEX to steal any of my money again because they had me pay for insurance and had no intention of using that insurance, because I don't know what else I could have done. I did everything in a timely manner. I got the analysis for the forged signature confirmation. I sent them everything, both sides, and they do not want to pay. They don't want to pay. They don't want to reship, and I cannot give them any more business. I have to let everyone know that this is a possibility of what can happen. You can not receive your package from APMEX, and even though you paid for insurance, it is possible that they will not allow you to file a claim, because I will completely understand if I was able to file a claim and then it was denied for whatever reason, but I never got to that point. So we'll never know. And then they had an attitude on top of it, and it's worth so much more than that $1,000 order to know that I can't trust these crooks. They defrauded me. I can't really put it another way. They offered me a service that I paid for that they had no intention of allowing. I don't know what else to say besides that being fraud. They had no intention whatsoever of rendering the service that I paid for. So I know everyone's experience is different with different dealers. This is my experience with APMEX. I can't ever use them again. I can't suggest that anyone else ever use them. You risk losing your money if you shop at APMEX. That's all I can say, really. And this happened. I'm 100% able to tell any and everyone my experience with this company. This happened. They treated me poorly. They stole my money and defrauded me. So take everything that I say and think about it before you buy from APMEX. Anybody have any questions or comments, put them below in the comment box, and I'll talk to you next time. Thanks a lot, YouTube.